All right, Shalom. Give all praise to Yahweh Bashmi, Al Shah Bashmi, Makakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. All right, I wanted to just cover this article. This was, I think it started on Thursday. Just last night I was looking at it. It was at 13% of the fire was contained, but now it's 19%. And it actually says 7,500 acre Cedar Ridge fire is 19% contained as winds weaken in San Fernando Valley. All right. It says, hold on, let me get to it. It says the cause of the fire was immediately unknown. Wasn't immediately known, though arson investigators said a witness reported seeing sparks of flames coming from a power line near where the fire is believed to have started. This fire started from the Halabash and Al Shah. All right. It says crews battled some from flare-ups overnight, but were not significant. Silverman said on Saturday the estimated number of the structures damaged or destroyed remained at around 31, believed to include about 25 homes, and no further injuries have been reported. The whole state of California is under a state of emergency. All right, and thousands of residents was forced to evacuate, man. All right. Let me see if I can get that article I was reading yesterday. Actually, let me look at the map. All right, because California, man, is being heavily judged. Okay. Okay. It says the Semi Valley. That's not far from the major city, Los Angeles. You know. Yeah. So that's this whole thing right here. That's the evacuation area, man. All right. So the Lord is destroying Los Angeles, man. All right, and that's where the wickedness is at a high level there in California. Okay, and let me see if I can pull that article from yesterday. Yeah, it says L.A. City and State. Slocky. But the city and state of California, that was they're under a state of emergency, man. All right. It says the Saddle Ridge fire started Thursday and exploded to more than 7,500 acres by Friday. At least 31 structures were destroyed by damage. All right. It says the wind-driven wildfire forced about 100,000 people to evacuate. Classes were canceled at about 40 schools in Los Angeles area after the poor air quality was reported. And then they had yeah, that's what I read yesterday. Yeah, let me just read this real quick. I'm gonna pull a few scriptures. Lord willing, this video is edifying. It says teen describes fleeing wildfire. Fleeing wildfire. It's shocking. It's sad. It's scary. Andrew Mamo, a 14-year-old Porter Ranch resident, was in bed when he heard his father screaming, "It's in our backyard! It's in our backyard!" These so-called white people, man. They got the so-called luxury here in America. Hey, when they see their stuff being destroyed, man, they get devastated, man. All right. Says he told CNN reporter his father reacted in a way that I've never heard him scream before. Right. Hey, so when how about Shimmy Shah makes his return, man, these so-called white people are gonna be they're gonna fail. Their heart's gonna fail them, man. All right. And when he looked outside and saw the devastating wildfire burning his backyard, his first instinct wasn't to grab clothes or anything, but it was to get my little brother and my little sister who were asleep at the time. He then drove his siblings to his grandmother's home while his parents packed up. It was scary, traumatic. I don't even want to imagine what my little brother and sister was thinking at the moment. Because if I'm terrified of this whole thing, just imagine what they're thinking at 11 and 7. It's scary. I'm looking around right now, and I literally drove up this road yesterday, and then now seeing it the way it is, it's just you can't even. It's just you can't even. It's shocking. It's sad. It's scary. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have a house right now, he said. Slocky. It says Andrew called the efforts of firefighters working to contain the blazes incredible. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have a house right now, he said. And it's a little video, but people don't see that America. People can't fathom, America not being here, man. All right, you see what that teenager was saying, man. It's scary, man. They can't imagine that their house won't be here forever. Let me start out with that. Psalms 49. Because their inward thought is that their house is going to dwell forever, man. Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own name, man. Hey, their inward thought, these so-called white people, their inner thought, even 2/3 of our people, their inner thought is that their house is going to dwell forever, man. All right, their riches, man. All right, it's going to be passed down to their children. It's going to be going on for generations and generations. No, man. All right, the Lord, he's going to do away with these so-called white people. He's going to put you so-called white people into slavery, man. All right? But because I had a few precepts written down, let me get to them. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 16 says, well, let me start at 15. That's a quick little point, man. That's beautiful. But it is. Let me start at 16. Salakia. For the ungodly that denieth to know thee were scourged by the strength of thine arm. With strange rains, hails, and showers were they persecuted, that they could not avoid, and through fire were they consumed, man. All right, it was a little rain in that too, man. It was raining ashes, man. It was raining fire, man. And by fire, hey, these so-called white people, these other nations, man, they're gonna be consumed, man. All right. Verse 17 it says, "For which is most to be wondered at, the fire had more force in the water that quencheth all things, for the world fighteth for the righteous." At verse 18 it says, "For some time the flame was mitigated, that it might not burn up the beasts that were sent against the ungodly, but themselves might see and perceive that they were persecuted with the judgment of Yahweh, man. All right? And people going to know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is sending this, man. All right? They're going to know, man, because it's going to be so fierce. All right? They're not going to be able to escape, man. All right? And let me get next precept. You know, the Lord, he's going to plead with all flesh via fire, man. All right? It says, Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 61, and thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire, and shall consume thee in thy cities, thy land, and thy mountains, and all thy woods and thy fruitful trees shall they burn up with fire. That thy children shall they carry away captive, and look what thou hast. They shall spoil it and mar the beauty of thy face, man. All right, hey, these other nations, this Babylon is going to be cast down. It's going to be cast down as stubble, and it's going to be burnt down with fire, man. All right, so the Lord, he's showing you examples, man. This is like this is a preview. What I'm showing you now, this is a preview of America, man, as a whole. You know, not just certain cities in California. The whole map of America is going to be under a mandatory evacuation, man. All right, but you won't be able to evacuate, man. Only the elect will be able to evacuate via the chariots, man. You know? And from there, let me get 2 Peter. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 7, it says, let me start at 5. It says, for this they willingly are ignorant of that by the word of God the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. All right, hey, so fire is going to come upon America and destroy America because of to get rid of all the ungodly men, man. All right, this day of judgment is strictly for sinners, man. All right, those that don't want to get right with the Lord, man. All right, those that are ignorant of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right, willing to follow the ways of the so-called white man. All right, and not follow the ways of the Bible, man. All right, that's what this great day is all about, man. All right, to punish the wicked, man. You know, and to bring the 144 and the 1/3 through that fire, man, to purify them, man. All right, you know, but the 1/3 and the elect, they're not going to be literally brought through fire, man. They're going to be brought through fire as a metaphor to be to go through hard times, which is Jacob's trouble. You know, to show themselves worthy, man. All right, that's why we got to keep the faith, man. You know, there's a lot of little obstacles in this truth, man. All right, so that's why you gotta know the whole roll. You gotta swallow the whole roll, man. Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 58. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts: the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken, and her high gates shall be burned with fire, and the people shall labor in vain, and the folk in the fire, and they and they shall be weary. All right, hey, the gates of Babylon, all right, the tall cities of Babylon, man, is gonna be cast down by fire, man. Like in that video, man, everything just looked desolate. It didn't even look like the beautiful California as we all know, man. All right, hey, so the Lord, He's gonna do away with this place, man. You know, so that's why we don't care about storing up treasures on this society, man. All right, your nice cars, your Rolls Royce, all right, it's gonna be all melted with fervent heat, man. Nuclear missiles, man. All right, the hottest fire you ever experienced. All right, so storing up treasures, man, in this society, it means nothing. All right, it's all for vain, man. The labor is in vain. Everything is in vain, man. But we still stay intact, man. We still have cars, but we're not like these celebrities, man. They worship their cars, they worship their jewelry. All right, all this stuff is gonna fade away, man. All right. Uh, Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 18 says, "Neither shall their gold, neither neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land," man. All right, hey, the Lord, He's going to bring fire for it. That's His jealousy, man. All right, all right. It says the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of His jealousy, man. All right, because you choose to worship other powers, man. All right, other false gods, man. All right, instead of worshiping the true power, man, which is Yahweh Shem Shai. Yahweh Shem Shai is going to make His name known on this earth, man. All right, everybody is going to worship Yahweh, man. Whether you're a heathen or you're Israelite, man, you're going to worship Yahweh. You're going to know Yahweh, man. All right, and we're gonna beat it into these other nations, man. That's why they got to go into slavery under the Israelites so they can learn these laws, man. All right. All nations are gonna know. You know. Slovakia. Let me see if I can get another preset real quick. Yeah, let me just read this real quick. Let me just get it on here. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, and verse 9. Says, "And the Lord Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord Yahweh, and His name one." All right, everybody's gonna know Yahweh, man. All right, everybody's gonna know Yahweh, man. In that day that He makes His return, man. All right, and He's gonna make His return through His right hand, man. And His right hand is Yahweh Shai, man. All right, the Yahweh Shai, the chariots, man, the holy angels, the host, the Lord and His host, man. All right, everybody's gonna know Yahweh in that day, man. And that's why we telling you tribes to know Yahweh now, man, so you can be you can be on the right side of His mercy, man. Not on the left hand side of His destruction, man. All right. And this is let me close out with this. Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 18. Says, "Thou hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thy iniquities, by the iniquity of thy traffic. Therefore, will I bring forth a fire from the midst of thee. It shall devour thee, and I will bring thee to ashes upon the earth in the sight of all them that behold thee. All right, everybody's going to see Babylon being destroyed, man. That's why it says in the scriptures, Babylon has fallen. Babylon has fallen, that great city, man. Everybody think that this place is going to dwell forever, but it's not, man. But only the men of the Lord, the prophets, know this, man. All right, the elect, man. All right. Let me see if I can look that word. The iniquity of thy traffic. It says merchandise, traffic, trade. Because the so-called white man, he's gotten everything by deceit, man. By stealing, man. All right, hey, these so-called white people got to be done away with, man. So I just wanted to touch on that article real quick. Lord willing, this video was edifying. America is going to be burned, man. And the Lord, He's showing previews, man. I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshua B'Shem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Till the next lesson, I say Shalom.